Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Raging Dusty here, and today finally we got the review for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Here's the color that I got. It's super hard to see on camera. This is the deep purple color. I also do have a case. The case is purple. Goes very well with the purple phone. Let me just put it on real quick. Mute the phone. Alright, purple case on the purple phone. Looks absolutely sick. Today, we're doing the review on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Alright, so we're going to start off with the things that I don't like about this phone. The first thing I don't like, the size of the camera bump. The size of the camera bump is almost as bad as my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra used to be. And it rocks on the table like this. I hope you guys heard that. But it rocks pretty bad. The second thing I do not like about this phone is the way the camera cutout looks when you're not using it for dynamic island features, which we'll get into, by the way. The way the camera cutout looks, I don't like it. It just does not look good. It looks quite bad. The next thing that I don't like about this phone is the always-on display is a little bit too bright. As you guys can see, I do have the always-on display right here. I do really like it, but it is a little too bright in certain conditions, and it actually confused my girlfriend, and yeah, she thought the phone was on. She literally thought the phone was on because the always-on display is too bright. And also, she's used to a Galaxy's always-on display. Let me grab my Galaxy real quick. Alright, I got a Galaxy. This is what the always-on display looks like on the Galaxy. And, yeah. It's very easy to tell that the display is off, because the pixels are black. It just shows my battery percentage, which actually the iPhone doesn't show. It does show my Apple Watch's percentage. And it doesn't show your background. It just shows your time, the date, and your notifications on this always-on display. Now, let me put my Fold 3 over here. And the last thing that I do not like about this phone is how heavy it is. The phone's a little bit too heavy for my liking. I prefer a little bit of a lighter phone. But, I mean, it's understandable because the phone is made of stainless steel. So it makes sense that the phone is quite heavy. 240 grams, if I'm not mistaken. Great, now I have hiccups. Awesome. Alright, let's get to the things that I really do like. Number one, the always-on display. I know it's a little, like I said, it was too bright. I love the fact that it shows your background. You unlock it. I touched the screen. You unlock it. Whatever your background is. It could be a picture of your girlfriend. Be a picture of your kids. Your dog. Your cats. Your anything. And it will show on the always-on display. Which is absolutely sick. But like I said earlier, it's too bright. The next thing that I do really like, the dynamic island. I'm going to unmute my phone. If I can get this mute switch. The dynamic island. It does all these cool animations. It has an animation for Face ID. I just accidentally opened Apple Music. It has an animation for when you're playing music. Let me turn the audio down. We'll play a song. And when I go to the home screen, it shows in the dynamic island. And it even shows these waves right here. And I can confirm that those waves are actually what the audio is. The audio frequency waves. So if it's still playing a tiny bit of audio, but they're not really talking, they're just flat. But when they start talking, they move like that. And it's sick. Oh, and also with the dynamic island, you just hold down, it brings up your music information, and it's sick. Alright, let me turn that off. There we go. So yeah, dynamic island, honestly, it's really sick. The next thing that I really do like about this phone is the camera. We got to talk about the camera. I got an insanely crispy, detailed shot of my most recent addition to the family, little Quill. Look at that detail. Now, this is in ProRAW, but look at that detail. You can see literally every detail of this dog in this picture. This photo is so detailed. This is probably the best camera I have, aside from my Galaxy S22 Ultra's camera when I am doing photos in its own version of ProRAW. So you can find another photo. That's a cat. We do have the telephoto lens right here. You can see the cat. I'm trying not to show the person's license plate. But that's the cat right there, telephoto lens. And yeah. We do have I have another picture of Quill. The details in these photos. Dude. I just love them. The details in these photos. This has to be the best photo camera I've ever used. Now, I haven't tested video. You guys will see a video test in the future with this phone. I will be doing a video with this phone, actually, on my next tech review. So, we'll get to test video. I don't know if I'm going to record in ProRes or not. Probably not, just going to be honest. It takes up too much storage. So, yeah. Now, the next phone review that I plan on doing is actually the Fold 3 1 year later review. How is it holding up? So there's your hint on my next video. Now, do I have another shot? I have a shot of my girlfriend. I don't want to show my girlfriend. She doesn't like pictures. Let's see. Do I have a selfie of myself or something? No, I have a lot of pictures of my girlfriend. Oh, we do have I have another photo right here. We got... Actually, no, that's with my 13 mini. That was when I had my 13 mini. Okay, yeah, I don't have any more photos, unfortunately. But you guys get the point. The camera on this phone is just incredible. Next thing I really like about this phone... I just gotta change the setting real quick. I'll be right back. Next thing I like about this phone is the brightness. This is max brightness. Look, it's so bright. Do I have a app where it's light? Yes, I do. Perfect. Look how bright that is. You guys can't even see my chats because of how bright it is. This phone gets so bright. I love it. In the sun, this is one of the only two phones that I can actually see in direct sunlight with how bright it gets. Alright, let me turn adaptive brightness back on. Because I need to. Mostly for battery life purposes. There we go. Alright, but the brightness on this phone is just insane. Next thing I really like about this phone. Gotta turn it up to max volume for this one. The speakers. Let me see if I can find something that's not copyright that I can actually play. Alright, I'll be back. I'm gonna find something that's not copyright to play. Alright, I'm back. I'm just going to play one of my own shorts. This was back when I actually had my iPhone 13 Pro, when I did this short. But, yeah. Yo.
I didn't have nothing, okay?
This is probably the biggest downpour I've ever seen. Just saying. This is horrible. Yeah, not great. Yeah, the speakers on this phone are just insane. These are easily the loudest speakers that I've ever used on any phone. The only thing that comes close are the speakers on this phone. And if you guys are wondering why this phone doesn't have a case, I hate cases on foldable phones. The last thing that I really like about this phone is honestly the gaming performance. Oh, someone's messaging me right now. Go figure. The gaming performance, let me just launch Call of Duty Mobile. I gotta turn the sound down, it's gonna be too loud. But, I'm gonna launch a game, and the gaming performance on this phone is just amazing. And I'm gonna show you guys why. I'll be back when the game loads. Alright, we're back, the game has loaded, and the reason why I like gaming on this phone is because this is the only phone that has this feature. Right here. You guys see the frame rate setting? Ultra frame rate. This is the only phone that I have that has this feature. in this game. So yeah, I do really like gaming on this phone, and honestly, the phone's great. Oh, and also the last thing, there is going to be one more thing that I do mention, the build quality on this phone. Just like I said with the 13 Pro, this has the best build quality on any phone. Stainless steel. You got the frosted back glass. The display looks beautiful. Everything just feels premium about this phone. So yeah, that's my review on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention here is if you have an iPhone 13 Pro Max, should you upgrade? And the answer is no. Why? Because all I gotta say is this. Chances are is if you bought a 13 Pro, you bought it for the camera and the refresh rate. This is a minor upgrade for the most part, aside from front screen design. However, if you have an iPhone 12 Pro Max or older, maybe you got an iPhone XS Max and you've just been looking for an upgrade, this is the perfect phone for you. This is the perfect upgrade. You are not going to be sad about your upgrade in your purchase decision of purchasing this phone if you have an older phone. But if you have a 13 Pro Max or a 13 Pro, you have no reason to upgrade. Now, the only reason why I upgraded from a 13 mini is because, I'm just going to be honest, I wanted the really long battery life, and this phone can last all day and some, if I'm using it the right way. So yeah. Oh, and also I have been having some people ask me about their concerns about switching from Android to iOS. Honestly, switching from Android to iOS, it's going to be a learning process at the start, but with iOS, it is so buttery smooth. The operating system just works. You don't have hardly any problems. And yeah. It's going to be super easy to transition. It just takes some time to get used to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, drop a like. And yeah, peace out, everyone.